It should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Detroit Lions. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Gone.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
There on the stop of Leo Chanel.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run-supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now gone.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field when there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
They'll get 4 out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Bates' kick is good.
And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back onto the field now, the Commanders offense. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake. Daniels. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Daniels going to keep it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sack courtesy of Jack Campbell.
It certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for his first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. Throwing now is Daniels, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and they got to him again. DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the... Now it's the backup Mariota. Oh, and that is incomplete.
First down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Greg Dortch back deep. This is taken at about the 14. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
1 yard gain.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 10 more there and another first
first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
The 1-2 combination looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Gibbs straight ahead.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's third down and inches.
Third and less than a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On the keeper, here's Goff.
And he's going to have a Lions first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff.
And pass caught, it's Williams.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
A toss out right to Gibbs.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Off play action. Here's Goff. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Counter play, here's Gibbs.
And he is met. Tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll start. A little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Bridgewater. Now he's going to step up and run. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Bridgewater to throw it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 4 yards out. And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Camanders nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw is Mariota. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mariota to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Second down and 3.
Now Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The kick is good.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Camanders 7.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Well, the Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Here's Mariota. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White.
Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
They'll throw again. Mariota. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And it'll be a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. That's a nice job there defensively and being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
To throw Mariota.
Now he's going to step up and run.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
26, a gain of 4, and it's third down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field.
It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this fourth quarter. Here is third down and 4.
Throwing, Mariota.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The slot man in motion right. Off the play fake, Mariota.
A cockerel holds it in left side.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Throwing is Mariota.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mariota. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for the quarterback.
He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slob their way downfield, they had the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
7-yard line.
Bridgewater. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Now Bridgewater.
Pass taken in. That is big tight end. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
44-yard line.
indeed take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.